Hi, this is Kurt with Friendly DevOps, a channel dedicated to Linux news and DevOps related topics. When I first started this channel last year, this was the line that I started every video with. And up until this point, I haven't fulfilled that promise. But starting from this video onward, that's going to change. So starting with our first story, according to Ars Technica, users are flocking to the chatbot agent Moltbot in spite of the major security risk it poses. Through prompt injection, chatbots can be made to hand over sensitive data, and because of the manner of how LLMs work, it's a flaw inherent in their design. My suggestion to anyone deciding to use a chatbot as an agent, do not allow it to have root access and do not allow it to have access to your credentials. If you want more information on why chatbots are inherently risky, check out the video by Internet of Bugs on the topic. The link is in the description. Speaking of chatbots, Firefox 148 will be releasing later this month with an AI control section. The AI features will be toggled off by default, and should you opt in, the browser will download a lightweight AI model to your device. This is a better solution than sending your data to servers that you have no control over. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using any of these features myself, but time will tell if they are actually useful. And for our last story on AI, Anthropic did a study of the impacts of AI assistance in developing coding skills. The write-up is not too long, and the link will be in the description for anyone wanting to read it. To summarize, the study gave 52 developers 2 tasks. Once a task was completed, they were then quizzed on their competency. The participants were categorized into 6 groups based on their reliance on AI, averaging 40% when combined with 2 other low-scoring groups. Those who used AI as a study assistant in order to better understand the problems made many errors which they solved independently, and on average they completed the task the second fastest of all the groups, while scoring an average of 65% on the competency test, along with the other 2 higher scoring groups. I won't be going over the results of the other 4 groups. I will say from my biased perspective that the participants who used AI like a study tool is a camp that I would prefer to be in. In my opinion, using AI in that manner is no different than developing search engine skills, and since AI is often wrong, ensuring you have search engine skills to fall back on is a must. Pivoting to some potentially bad news for some, Notepad++ released the update 8.8.9 in the month of December to address the issue where traffic from the application's updater was being redirected to malicious domains. This is quite concerning for me as I personally use Notepad++. It's no replacement for an IDE, and Vim motions are the holy grail for productivity, but I found great usage in it for what it was. The attack appeared to be centralized in East Asia and carried out by the threat actor known as Violet Typhoon. Now in Linux news, the Rust Coreutils is working towards 100% GNU compatibility. Version 0.6 was released over the January 31st weekend, promising more performance and better compatibility. The Steam survey results are in for January 2026 and shows Linux usage as 3.38%, up from 2% that it was shown to be in January of last year. While I won't be caught calling any year the year of the Linux desktop, I do have my fingers crossed that sometime within the next 5 years Linux will cross 8% usage in all surveys and metrics. That would be a healthy amount that may result in Linux finally being treated as more than an afterthought by major software vendors. And for our final news story of the day, one that's a bit late but personally affects me. As of December 10th, CDKTF has been deprecated by HashiCorp. For those affected, the solutions are numerous. One can continue by migrating to using HCL, maintaining the same state files with no impact to your infrastructure. For those looking for a more programmatic way of deploying your stack, you can migrate to Pulumi, which has a handy page of migration instructions that I am showing you now. Or you can move to CDK Terrain, a community-driven fork that appears to be the best solution of them all. This is the solution I will be going for, and since it supports OpenTofu, I might have to migrate all my configuration management over to that as well. These are the news stories I found the most interesting in the last 3 weeks. If you enjoyed the content, please leave a like, and for more news from my perspective, You are welcome to subscribe to the Friendly DevOps channel. Until the next time, take care.